Hi, my name's Claire Mikeson and I'm a school improvement specialist at Montana OPI. This video is the second in a four-part series on the gap analysis, a crucial step in preparing to write your school's Integrated Strategic Action Plan, or ISAP. Today, we'll review steps 4 and 5. To learn about the next steps, check out subsequent videos in this playlist. In the first video, I covered an overview of the gap analysis and gathering and analyzing student data and other relevant data that may affect academic achievement. In this video, we're going to cover data-informed reflection and look at a framework to collaboratively identify your school's top 3 priorities. The next step in the process focuses on the data components listed in this table, which are aligned with OPI's Comprehensive Needs Assessment, or CNA. A CNA is a systematic process that's usually done in the form of surveys that gathers information and various perspectives on instructional and operational components of a school. The data from the CNA is used to help improve the educational program. Superintendents or authorized reps can contact OPI for their CNA results, and it is helpful to use the CNA questions to guide your decision-making process for this step. In step 4, members of the school leadership team should take a look at these 9 components individually and rank them by area of need. So, for example, if you personally determined that community and family engagement was a priority to work on for your school, you would rank it as a 1. And perhaps professional development might be lower down on your priority list. That would be more toward the number 9. Add your thoughts for areas of growth and next steps for improvement in the next 2 columns. It might be helpful to first select your top 3 individually before discussing it with your team. Make sure to engage community and tribal leadership where applicable in this process to make sure that all voices and perspectives are being heard, since this is a community process, not just a staff one. Once individuals have reflected on their table and priorities, share and compare your responses with your district leadership or school leadership team in order to come to a consensus on essential areas of growth and what the next steps for improvement should be. Here's an example of a row for step 4. In this case, the individual has ranked the CNA data component of community and family engagement as their school's first priority and identified 2 areas of growth as the frequency for opportunities for families to engage with the school and the level of communication. Their suggested next steps for improvement are scheduling more community events at the school and establishing more effective communication protocols. At this point, the individual would continue ranking and providing ideas for growth and improvement, especially for their top 3 rankings. By allowing all members of the leadership team to fill this out, they can consider what steps for improvement might be needed individually and bring their perspectives to the process before the team looks at it together to compare and to identify shared priorities. It can be a great conversation starter to identify differences that might exist between schools if you're at a district where there's more than one school. In step 5, you can use the ranking and team discussion from step 4 to reach a consensus determining your school's or district's top 3 priorities. If your school has already identified top priorities, for example, through a diagnostic review process outside of this one, you'll need to first review and determine whether those priorities still align with the priorities you've determined for this process, and discuss those with your leadership team prior to finalizing step 5. In identifying your top 3 priorities, there's a few things to keep in mind. The priorities identified might be different than past years, so they can change over the course of a year. Each of the interventions or enrichment opportunities that you select for use within your school, which is a later step in the gap analysis process, will need to align with one of these top 3 priorities. These priorities should also align with the main goals within your school so that you're working towards 3 specific things or even 2 specific things rather than trying to tackle too many things at once and not actually affecting change. Thanks for watching the second in our 4-part series on the gap analysis. Keep watching for more information on steps 6 and 7. If you want to learn more about the gap analysis, or you have other questions, contact your school improvement specialist or check out the school improvement page on the OPI website. Thanks for watching.